This morning, Highlands County deputies are investigating a weekend drowning. Investigators tell us several people were on a boat on Lake Damon when it happened. A dive team was able to recover a 29-year-old man's body yesterday afternoon. We have reached out to deputies to learn more about exactly what happened.
In principles to a crime, did the defendant help another person?
Take him out.
Somebody shot at me and somebody shot that. It's simple as that. Oh, pick this thing down. Somebody know that shit gonna happen. Somebody shot. I feel sorry for that little girl, but somebody shot her. It's the truth. Y'all can't be quiet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the court's going to take about a 10-minute recess while we take care of some obvious issues. We'll be back when we can.
We are following breaking news this morning. Tampa police tell us they have a suspect in custody after an argument outside of Flexx Sports Bar on East 7th Avenue turned into a deadly shooting. They say around 2 this morning, the 22-year-old suspect was removed from the bar but returned soon after with a gun. After a short argument, they say he opened fire, hitting a 30-year-old man. Officers were across the street when it happened, quickly taking the shooter into custody. We are told the victim was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries.
Today, a jury found a Polk County woman guilty of murdering a 21-year-old sheriff's deputy. Blaine Lane was killed by friendly fire in October of 2022. Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva is live outside the courthouse in Bartow to explain the verdict. Stacy.
Stacey, the jury deliberated for 2 hours and found Cheryl Williams guilty of second-degree felony murder of a law enforcement officer. Now, Williams did not fire the weapon that killed Deputy Blaine Lane, but prosecutors argued he died because of her. Now, Williams has been in jail since her arrest in October 2022. That's when Polk County deputies showed up at a Polk City mobile home to arrest her. Prosecutors say she hid and then came out pointing a BB gun at them. Deputies shot her. One of the bullets went through the wall of the mobile home and into Deputy Lane's chest. Now, Williams' attorney told jurors his client was preparing to surrender and did not point the gun at deputies. Listen now to some of what both sides had to say during closing arguments.
She immediately and instinctively raised her hand and turned to get away from the lights. It's a normal reaction. Like, we'd all do that. What she didn't think about was the fact that she's holding a BB gun.
They saw her holding a weapon in a high ready stance, a position that indicated to them that she was going to fire. A position to them that indicated that their life was about to be over.
Now, Williams was found guilty on all charges. That includes a second-degree murder, but also resisting an officer and aggravated assault of a law enforcement officer. She will be sentenced at a later date. Stacey?
I'm wondering, Stacey, who all was in the courtroom today? I know it was an emotional trial.
Yeah, it was a packed courtroom today. Of course, Shelley Lane, Blaine Lane's mother, was there. You'll hear from her coming up at 5 and 6, as well as other family members. Blaine Lane's former co-workers and colleagues at the sheriff's office were there, showing solidarity, showing their support to the family. You'll remember Blaine Lane dreamed his whole life of becoming a Polk County deputy. That dream was fulfilled not long before his life was taken at 21 years old. Stacey.
Wow. All right, Stacy DeSilva live in Bartow. Thank you. Families took cover as shots were fired right outside their door. Tonight, the latest on the search for suspects in a deadly apartment complex shooting. Good evening, I'm Stacy Scheibel.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tampa police are investigating a shooting at an apartment complex that happened overnight. One person is dead, 5 others were injured.
Tonight, Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhoff says there is at least one witness to the shooting, and they do hope that person comes forward to help solve the crime. It happened at an apartment complex on Woodville Street in Tampa.
News Channel's Jeff Patterson is joining us live from there tonight. He's at Tampa Police Headquarters, though. Jeff, take it away.
Good evening, Stacy and Keith. I spoke to people in the apartment complex where this shooting happened last night, and some of them are frightened by the shooting. I spoke to one woman who says the shooting happened right outside of her apartment, and she ran to protect her children. When Tampa police officers arrived, they found 3 people who had been shot. A 17-year-old who died from his injuries, a 21-year-old, and a 19-year-old who were transported to the hospital.
It's just so sad. It's just sad that these kids, you know, they're kids to me.
Sanji Rains lives on the backside of the apartments and didn't hear the shots being fired, but she woke up to see police officers everywhere. Summer Vargas did hear the gunfire.
I heard gunshots. I heard 6 of them, and they were right outside of my apartment.
She says she ran to protect her children.
I was scared. I got up and I ran and I checked on my kids. I have 3 of them. And I mean, all you can do in the moment is make sure everybody's okay, and that's all I did.
Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkaw says this is another senseless act of violence.
What occurred last night is tragic. A 17-year-old lost their life and 5 others were shot.
Burkaw says his detectives need the community's help.
Our detectives are scouring through leads, but we do know that there's witnesses out there.
Tampa police say the 5 people who survived have non-life-threatening injuries. Keith?
Well, Jeff, the chief says the detectives are working hard and they've been on this, but have they figured out a motive for the shooting yet?
Well, Chief Burkaw tells us that he believes the shooting stemmed from an earlier argument between a group of people, but he did not elaborate.
No specifics as of yet. All right, thank you. Jeff Patterson live in Tampa. Pinellas County leaders are pouring millions of dollars into keeping beaches in place. Crews have started a nourishment project that they say will save homes, businesses, and lives when the next storm hits. News Channel 8's George MacArthur is in Indian Shores with that story.
Crews will be putting sand on the beaches all throughout Pinellas County. County officials say it is a pricey job, but one that is necessary to protect people living on the coast. County leaders say the $125 million project provides a critical barrier against flooding and storm surge. But officials also say the biggest challenge right now is getting property owners to agree to let crews onto their land.
So a lot of people have signed the temporary easements. Unfortunately, 91 people so far have not signed one. And it's just for this temporary easement to provide so the crews can get on their property to do this.
Without those signatures, neighbors could end up paying the price when the water starts rising.
Their neighbor may have sand, but they won't. But if a homeowner doesn't sign the easement, they're putting their neighbors at risk as well, because water will well up on their property, and so there's going to be a lot of water that gets pulled up even if there's not a storm.
Public Works says the sand is also meant to protect wildlife after turtle nests were lost last season. And the new design creates a kind of wave break to keep surf from eating away the beach.
So we're basically creating a wave break in front of the beach, and then the dune serves as a wave break in front of the berm.
The project is expected to wrap up by March.
We saw, unfortunately, during Hurricane Helene, 13 people lost their lives. And the vast majority of them were because their houses flooded.
And officials say nourishment needs to be done every 6 years to prevent erosion. Although this project will not be completed until next year, even the little bit of sand they are putting on the beaches now helps this hurricane season. Reporting in Indian Shores, I'm George MacArthur, 8 on your side.